a podcast boy.
Or internet show boy.
Yeah, the flow on that was. I don't know if I can say it.
Say it.
It was perfect.
Because I'm not even looking at you in the eyes, so I don't even know if you're
It was
lying or not.
perfect. It was perfect. It literally couldn't have been better.
I don't even know what my levels are yet. We didn't even say the word test yet. Test.
Test,
Subject
test,
401G.
401G.
What?
You gonna butcher the number like that?
I said it.
405G.
I said 401.
You said 4.
405.
Are you gaslighting me right now too? I said 401. Yeah, that's not the right answer. You ass.
You complete buffoon.
Okay, can I start the show?
Well, no, we haven't.
Are you
started
ready?
yet.
Are you done?
No. We haven't even done our opening bit yet because I had a whole plan for. I'm an island boy. I don't know the rest of the words. Anyway, yeah.
Wait, you had a whole bit plan?
No, I didn't. I was completely fucking with you.
Okay, welcome back to the Cove, everyone.
Okay,
this is an internet show.
Don't
know.
Don't make it seem like I've ruined our opening.
You
okay?
ruined the show again before
Damn
we
it.
even started.
Damn it! I'm so sorry.
Care to say anything, guys, about anything that's going on? Seriously, like there's
Jeeb,
not
I
even
saw
gonna-
you started a new Instagram
Yes.
for a new business. That's a big congrats to you on that.
How
Big
is that?
news, big
Yeah.
news.
How is that important at all compared to what
What-
seriously?
Compared to what? You shaved your mustache.
Yeah, yeah. Like I know you notice. I don't know how we're gonna skirt around this one as a bit here. You notice that my hair is gone.
Shit, you got
This
a
is a
haircut.
big
I didn't even
deal.
realize. I didn't
This
realize
is
you got
a big
haircut.
deal.
Yo, how cold are your ears right now?
Freezing.
Oh, okay. No. Honestly, a very nice haircut. It was the first thing I said when I walked in the door. I said, "Wow, look at that young, handsome, smart, super creative, talented, can carry a beat, musically oriented man."
Thank you, and
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
I feel like I look. Well, I mean, you didn't do this haircut. I guess we should tell them that too. That was.
Why did he have to ruin it?
We
I don't
dreamed.
know.
We dreamed big. I think we dreamed too big with that one.
You know, you shoot
A haircut way out of our scope. There's just, how are we supposed to do something that's too much for us on this show?
I still think that a shaved head would look not better,
But fine.
but very, very nice.
Yeah, I'll probably
on you.
shave it again. I feel like I kind of look. I look very. Here's what I think. Okay,
You
I
feel
think
basic?
I'm more confident. Yeah, I feel more confident with this haircut. I feel more well put together. I feel like I have restored my youth. I feel like I no longer identify as someone who's balding, even though that's probably still true that I am.
I don't think that
But
went away.
most of all,
Yeah.
I feel generic. I do feel generic.
You know what you look like?
Generic.
You look like one of those dudes that loves the show Peaky Blinders, and you said, "Let me get the exact
Yeah,
same
yeah,
haircut
I
as
wanna- yeah.
all the characters of that show." You
It's
know what
true,
I mean?
but that's a sort of. It's weird that the Peaky Blinders style is like sort of like just the modern style.
It is.
Now.
It is. It's. I mean, I don't know if it's weird. It's a very popular show.
Yeah.
But it looks like you use the word grind set a lot. That's that. You know.
Oh
what I
really?
mean?
I got the grind set mindset
It's
look.
it's just a straight part of your
Okay.
vocabulary when you have that kind of haircut.
Yeah. Does it? Do you feel like it's weird to look at me? When I first got it cut and I got rid of the mustache, because to be clear, I've had the mustache too for like a year
Long time.
and long hair, and I felt really weird looking in the mirror, like not insecure, but it was like that feeling of not recognizing yourself. It's like you look in the mirror and it's a surprise.
I didn't notice you didn't have the mustache until we were in the room. Like,
Really?
Yeah, because I noticed the haircut first, and I was like, "Wow, nice haircut." And then it was my hair. I was like, "Oh shit,
Yeah, the mustache is gone.
Muzzy's gone too."
This could be really jarring for people seeing me like this right now, but
but for those of us that have seen you far worse,
Yeah.
in a far worse situation,
I did. Yeah,
it's a step up. So, I think most would say. I
had a bit of
agree.
How did you feel? Well, I mean, with the long hair, I don't know. I felt like I got to the point with long hair where I'm like, what am I even doing now? Like, I look ridiculous. Like, my hair was so long. I just had this like weird realization. I looked in the mirror and I was like, damn, my hair is so long right now. It looks like I just haven't cut it or cared about it. Obviously, I looked after my hair, but you know. Anyways, that's enough of my haircut talk.
I was
guys.
going to
This
say
is what we
something
come
about.
here
I was
for the
thirsty.
show.
I was just thirsty. I was going to say
This is
something back.
important stuff that we're talking about. We had a little mishap last week, unfortunately, with the show. So apologies for not getting that out. We were probably overdue for something like that happening, where we straight up miss a week just for pure technical reasons.
For overdue, but I think we fully expected it to happen at some point.
Yeah,
I don't know
it
if we expected it to happen at 13. This is 13 or 14 now.
This is 13 because 13 was last week, but we fucked it up.
13A. 13A.
13A.
Yeah,
that's
An
right.
unlucky number, so
Yeah.
kind of makes sense.
It does make sense.
Also, hello.
Also, yeah, Chiva's back in the studio with us today. Going to be helping us out with the show, which is sick. We had a lot of fun last time as well.
we love having her.
Love being here.
Yeah.
An internet show Magnum now in session. You're very welcome.
Is it going to be a Magnum every time? Still?
Yes. Yeah.
It's always a Magnum,
Yeah.
hey? Okay, but we don't write that in the title. It's just known
It's
that on the
known.
recording. Okay.
It's known.
We could make it another rule on the chalkboard, like underneath, like the asterisk. Craig is boomer. Asterisk.
Chiba's Magnum.
Cheeb is Magnum. Yeah, exactly.
Cheeb is Magnum.
Cheeb is Magnum.
It's very vague about what that could possibly mean to be Magnum.
You know what? Just like good art, we'll leave it to your
Yeah, it's
imagination.
up for interpretation.
Leave it to your imagination.
Totally.
Yeah.
So this week, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Listen, there's been a lot of stuff that we want to talk about. The stuff we're going to bring some of the stuff that we talked about on the Lost episode.
Yeah.
But I feel like this last week in particular, like anytime we're covering current events, I don't want to cover any of the current events this week. I think we just got to accept the fact, listen, some shit went down this week. You already know about it. You're already hearing about it from other places. You're here for a hee-hee time, so we're not going to go there. But very sad stuff, unfortunately.
Don't drink and drive. I guess
don't drink and drive.
Is the big one.
Don't break into concerts.
No.
And don't run events that are going to risk people's lives and not care when people are telling you that people's lives are at risk. That's the sort of summary of it.
All right. We got danger close there to Rule 4, but we're learning how to manage it.
I was skirting around it. I was skirting and skewing around it.
Ever been like driving like in the mountains, like like going west, and you're on them like mountain roads, and and like you look down, and when there's like no what's it called, like rail, and you're like on the edge of a cliff.
Yeah,
that's how close we just got to Rule 4. We were looking over at it, going,
yeah,
but not today, Sage.
Do you struggle with heights? I know we talked about that on the Halloween episode.
Bro, my
deepest
deepest
does that
fear.
set you up? So does that set you up? So if you're
fear.
driving on that highway, what do? You freeze up, or you're chilling?
I'm eyes on the road, and if anything, I'm eyes like on the like divided line in the middle, because like that was some advice I was taught. So for you at home as well, a little helpful tip: if people are also not turning off their high beams on the highway, look at the like line, and you'll never lose yourself. So when I'm getting spooked like that, I just go,
yeah, and the light reflects off the line.
Exactly.
Nicely. Right on. That's a good safety tip.
exactly, boom.
So the stuff we are going to talk about today, the Island Boys to start.
Island
the whole
Boys.
thing. I mean, once again, everyone knows about the Island Boys, obviously. And if you don't, maybe we can pull up a picture of these homies. But there's obviously, these are like the new big TikTok rappers.
No way is their song copyrighted though. I'm sure we could actually.
No, that's not that. Well, that song was just a freestyle on the hot tub. We could show that. We can show the original. I feel like we're showing a clip that everyone has already seen at that point. You know, we're not breaking the Island Boys right now.
No, we're not. No, but their hair looks like fucking Cheetos. Yeah,
it does. Well, they've gone for the iconic. What do you call this? This is like the new wave rapper style, hey? Like,
SoundCloud rappers.
What's the point of doing the whole? Yeah, it's like the SoundCloud rapper thing. But why did that? See, they're looking. You know, it looks.
Do they get matching tattoos or just matching spots?
It looks like they've kind of just gone similar.
The neck one is the
design.
same. Like he's got the red blood and he's got the green blood.
Interesting.
Kind of cool.
Interesting.
What
They must be best friends. At least I hope they are.
Are they brothers? They look like the exact same person.
I think they're brothers.
I did no research on this stuff.
they're
This was
brothers.
you, Craig. Craig, what's their relation?
This is a co-fact. They're brothers. I guess we should reintroduce co-facts.
No, we lost co-fact.
We lost co-facts.
The biggest loss from episode 13.
Huge loss.
Co-facts.
When we say something that we're not 100% certain on, it's called a co-fact.
It's a co-fact.
Because, it might be wrong.
We
but
fully
it's a
acknowledge.
co-fact.
We fully acknowledge that we're idiots.
So-
And it's our new favorite thing.
What is it? I feel like the whole like face tattoo thing. Listen, I got nothing against face tattoos. I mean,
Sounds like you do.
We are big fans of the Orc Man on this show. If you remember the Orc Man, he's got some sick face tattoos. But I just feel like it used to be like this thing of like, oh, look how I'm being a different kind of rapper. I look hard and I look fucking badass and I got all this crazy stuff tied on my face. And then it seems just like everyone all of a sudden was like willing to do it if that meant that they were going to get popular. So now it's just like the go-to thing. Is that just how it's going to be forever? Every single sound or any come up rapper is going to look like a face tatted. Is that what people are looking for? Is that what people want now? Even Post Malone, like.
Honestly, that was when, like, I still like Post Malone, but that was when his aesthetic took the turn for me. Was when
Interesting.
And like
just too much face tat.
Maybe this is me. It was just too much face tats. I was like, because he went from I was like, man.
So what's your issue with face tats then?
I mean, I've honestly it's just not my vibe. If I'm keeping it a buck here, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not my vibe. But also, I mean, I didn't grow up in in a conservative family with tattoos. Like my whole family has tattoos out the wazoo. Chilling with tattoos, but. The rule of thumb I was kind of taught as a young man growing up was like, we call it the T-shirt rule in my house, i.e., if you can cover it up with a T-shirt, because if you're wearing a job where like you can't wear a T-shirt too, they probably don't give a fuck about you having tattoos. So a T-shirt is like the bare minimum to go in and not have it be like, ooh, you got fucking tattoos. However, I was talking about this because I don't know, tattoo talk. With somebody recently who like works in a tattoo shop, and there's this whole new trend of like, I don't want to say young people. I don't sound like a fucking old fucking
youngsters these days are getting tattoos on their. Well, every area is getting tattooed, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to say there. Everyone's okay with getting tattoos everywhere now.
But it's not every area, though, because before, right, it used to be like a very taboo thing. So you would, again, like the things like the fucking T-shirt rule where you can hide and put in a place where you can't be seen. However, nowadays that trend is flipping because tattoos are just cool and like whatever. And
there's a push for people to be accepting of it as well, too, which I think is good. It's like you shouldn't like not get a job on the fact that you have tattoos alone, right? You should look past stuff like that.
I would agree, but the point I was making is there's a new trend of like people will get tattoos and like on their forearms and stuff, and then like on their neck, and then like nowhere else like on their body. Which like before it's like it's like if you had like neck tattoos, it's like the assumption is you have.
You filled everything else up. All the other real estate is already blown.
Whereas it's like because tattoos look cool. Like I want to just have like neck tattoos first, and like that kind of, I was talking to somebody who works in a tattoo shop and just being like, man,
people skip right to the crazy stuff.
Just to kind of because it's like
that's what's trending now.
I feel like you're calling me out here.
Not at all cheap. Not at all cheap.
No, your tattoos are in completely normal spots.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm exactly that. That's like
you went to the forearm.
I have on my lower leg and on my forearm, and that's it.
Yeah, but again, like those are very easy, like cover upable areas, right? Like I guess what I specifically meant was like the hand ones too. This is a very popular spot too. People get like the dolls and stuff here, and like I honestly have no issue with it. It's just like it's a very interesting twist from like
people want it. Everyone wants their tattoos now out in the open. There's like you can't cover it up. It's part of me now.
Exactly.
Interesting. How do you feel about the face tattoos? Do you think the island boys are hunky, hot,
well,
sexy?
I'm pretty sure they're quite young, first of all, so no.
Okay, fair enough. Are they too young to think that? Are they that young?
Are they too young to like comment on
I'm pretty
their
sure they're convicted like criminals, so I don't think they're that young. I think they're like old enough to be convicted.
But no, I don't personally find them attractive. I don't have an issue with face tattoos. I've actually seen a few girls that have face tattoos that are like, I know one girl has like a little red one like right by her eye, and they look really pretty, and I think they can look pretty, but not something that I would personally do. Yeah.
How much is too much?
I think it's
like how you done with
preference.
the eyes? What about eye tattoos? Is that a deal breaker? The eyeball tattoos?
My grandma has a face tattoo technically.
But not eyeball.
Her fucking eyebrows.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Her fucking eyebrows are tattooed.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, the Island Boys. So obviously everyone has been seeing the Island Boy. Should we play the song?
Can you? No. I want to hear your like real rendition of it though. I want you to hit the notes.
You know I can't.
But I want to see you try.
First of all, you know that I have no musical talent, and you're gonna try to get me to sing one of the most talented.
We face our fears here on this podcast.
I don't know the words.
Number 3. Me either. But you can just say Island.
I'm pretty sure all they say is like I'm an Island Boy, Island Boy.
Oh, that was really good. That was really
bad.
accurate.
Listen, I
think that was great.
Probably not that far off of the original. But anyways, these guys are blowing up. So they've kind of blown up.
Kinda.
Yeah.
They're massive.
They're massive.
They're huge.
They've gone viral. I don't know. The guy, I mean, I looked at the one guy's like Fly Soldier, which I think is the blonde one there.
Boy, and I've been trying to make. Oh, I'm an island boy. I'ma just island boy. I'ma just island boy. I'ma get keep white going. You're gonna keep that gun. I'll be just staring at the sun. I'm just out full gazing. I'm like, pull where I'm staying. They're like,
I opened my eyes and looked at you.
Yeah, dude, this is my jam.
This is my shit right here.
All right, well, I think we got the taste.
Why does he have an
Anyways,
eagle?
That is
because
the
of
clip.
unibrow.
So it's really just that clip, hey, that went everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the one that really sent it. And I'm so paranoid about this audio now. I have to see those bars at all times.
I have it. Don't worry.
So like that was the clip that obviously sent them viral. And now it's like this is kind of this weird thing that's happened a few times where it's like I don't know if I can make any claim about this.
Talentless human beings are getting famous for singing.
That's not what
and
I
it drives
say.
Craig insane.
I don't think they're
what
talentless.
he's saying is I should be famous for singing because I'm so much better than. I'm just kidding. That's not what you're saying at all.
You should be more famous than them.
No, I was being you. I was being you saying me, Craig. I'm so talented. Should be famouser than them.
But when you were being me, it made me be you. And what I was thinking is that you should be more.
So me
famous.
being you again, Craig.
Interesting. So it actually is still some sort of weird narcissistic circle thought process.
Exactly.
Where I'm the best.
You are the best.
Okay.
And you is me.
I'll agree with that. So like this I mean, listen, I don't mean like I'm not saying like, oh, these guys are talentless, they don't deserve it. But there is this weird thing that is happening. It's not like the only time this has happened.
Yeah.
But music has gotten a little like music is obviously like many other platforms, even like YouTube, you know, it's a very oversaturated platform. Or
yes.
I don't know if you can call music a platform, but avenue for creativity, right? It's extremely it's extremely saturated now. Like similar to how it works with like film and stuff. Cameras have become more accessible to people at a lower price range, so anyone could go shoot a movie or whatever they want to do for a lot cheaper than they used to. Same thing is true with music. You know, it's a lot easier to produce your own music, and just record high quality audio.
All you need is a fucking.
All the things you need are kind of accessible to you, and that has led to a massive influx of all kinds of different people trying to do music. And I guess like there's kind of this weird thing where it almost feels like it's so saturated that like the only way you actually break through is if you just hit that like lottery of like virality, and then you go from being literally zero, like no traction at all, to like full on like like huge. The big.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what it reminds me of? This actually, it just came to me now. Remember like that little, and once again, this kid is actually talented, but remember the little yodeling kid in Walmart and stuff? He went on to like play a bunch of shows and like do all this stuff.
He was at Coachella.
And what now? Like, does anyone know what he does now? Was that just like the stint of like, okay, we juice it for everything it's worth, and then like a bunch of managers come in and just suck his talent out of him and then leave him to
maybe.
Like, do we know where he's at now?
He might also just be a normal fucking kid in high school, but I think.
But do you know what I mean? Like that seems to be like the way of it now. It's like they the public.
Well, okay, it says from Walmart to the 2020 Grammys, Mason Ramsey used to be the yodel kid, but now he's performing with the likes of Lil Nas X.
So he's still doing music.
So he's still doing it.
So like,
it's okay. Well, it's 2020. It's 2021 now.
Yeah,
so.
but
but that was the Grammys last year. So
yeah.
I mean, I guess that would
Fair
be.
enough.
I guess that would be in like February. So about 18 months ago or whatever. More than that. Point being though, to your point about it being more accessible, things like SoundCloud and like that kind of stuff. It truly is bittersweet, right? Because for those people who have a knack for it, you don't have to then get into the music industry, which can be very, from what you hear from all the musicians, very toxic, very insidious, very like I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, it seems like there's these weasels, like these little weaselly managers that just like they identify any little viral person and they're like they just grab them up and then they just turn them into this huge thing. Whether it lasts, like it might not last at all, it might do it, but they just like basically commodify them immediately.
Yeah, so I think
that's your only way to get actually big.
And it's shitty that the people who are being propped up are still like shitty for my POV. You know what I mean? That these island boys, when like I know there's people like who are probably way more talented,
and busting their asses,
who are grinding, who this is like their fucking life stream and passion, who aren't just like let me make a quick couple milli here, get a few face tats, you know what I mean? And fucking go pop off here.
Well, they did like the classic thing of like they just had tons of pictures with them holding like huge racks of money, face tattoos by a pool. You know, they do like
this rap music is too much.
It's just so there's this rap music.
This rap music that they're doing.
It's not. I feel like you're saying it's too cookie cutter, but I think it's the opposite of that. It's like they're so obnoxiously bad, and the song is so bad that people
coming down hard on the Island Boys.
There's
right
no
now.
way that anyone actually
Tread
thought
carefully.
that was good.
It like obviously it went viral because it's funny, right? Like there's a comedy element to it of like these guys are like in their pool just singing this like really weirdly catchy but bad.
That is my ringtone. That is literally my ringtone.
That is my ringtone.
If you call me right now, you'll hear I'm an island boy.
And you immediately start singing along with it.
I do every time. I actually let it keep. That's why I keep missing your calls actually, because I keep listening to the song.
Oh, that's why you've been missing my calls. Is that what you're going with now?
Yeah,
you haven't been ignoring them.
No, I haven't been. I've been listening to the Island Boy track, and every time I go, fuck.
So that voice,
it's over.
That voice recording you have that directly calls me out and says, "Thank you for trying to call me or whatever. I couldn't answer the phone right now, unless it's Craig, in which case I can never answer the phone because I."
You listen to that?
Yeah.
You listen to the end of it every time?
Are you saying that was a message for other people to hear and just
Different
enjoy?
Craig.
Just for other people to absorb and be like, oh, yeah, that Craig guy sucks ass.
Different Craig, actually. I wasn't talking about you.
Okay.
I know so many Craigs. There's Craig.
Yeah, what are their last names? Yeah.
Schmoll.
That's weird that you know another Craig that has such a similar last name to mine. Arguably worse. Schmoll. Craig Schmoll. Yeah, what's this Craig Schmoll guy look like?
Oh, God.
Does he have a podcast?
He has 2 podcasts. One that he started.
What? He has also got 2 podcasts?
He has 2 podcasts. and he's had also he's had 2 failed podcasts as well.
2 failed podcasts.
And his second podcast he had his co-host was racially ambiguous because race doesn't matter. And
racially ambiguous?
Because race doesn't matter. So who knows what race he was. But it was called What Do You Think You Might Do in That Situation That Happens Here?
Okay, that's the title.
And they would
what
talk
do you
about,
think you might do in that situation here?
Yeah, and like they would talk about like
I think I've heard of that.
Not
podcast.
like hypothetical, but like make believe
situations
that one might find them in. And you know, some people might even like give them some like that. I don't know.
So when I called
pretty
you
cool
on
guy.
this obviously fake person, you defaulted to just listing things that I've done in the past, and
You
slightly
did those things?
instead of just trying to change it to something simple like. I don't know, he works in an aquarium or something.
An aquarium?
You could have done anything.
Do you know so much about aquariums that you could do a whole bit about working in an aquarium? What's like to work in an aquarium? What section
I'm
of
not the one who's
aquarium?
on the spot here. You're the one
no,
making
you are
stuff
now.
up.
You are now, though. So
this is insane. How much time do we have? Did you start a timer? Or
I did forget to start a timer, but this says 24 minutes, so I have 3 minutes left on my timer that I started late.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Fantastico. Well, so I mean, this is anyways to circle back on the Island Boys thing. Listen, good for them. I hope they get their bag. You know, I hope they get all the. At the end of the day, they're just gonna get commodified here,
bro.
They're gonna sell. They're gonna do a bunch of concerts. Mm-hmm. People are gonna come see them, and they'll probably end up, sadly enough, being forgotten. But they'll do well for the time being.
How else are you supposed to afford Gucci flip-flops if you don't see the bag and then following that secure the bag?
And speaking of Gucci flip-flops, I don't know if that was an intentional nod to Daniel Bergoli, who also went through the entire same thing of like not
maybe I have the document open here. Whatever.
Going from unknown to going on Dr. Phil for pure like infamy, and then to skyrocketing to like a platinum artist. Like, What is this? Is it all just a lottery?
Here's the thing:
is success these days just a lottery? Is that how it is?
I think it always
once again,
has
no
been.
shade to them. You think it always has?
I think it always has been a lottery. Let's just get that straight. But now there's just more people winning the lottery because there's more chances to win.
Well, it seems like there's
because before it was like you either make it in music or in radio or in film / like television. Now it's about it. Yeah. And there was very few avenues with which to do that. And as we're saying though, now there's a lot more different avenues to do it. But with that means there's more people that can just win the lottery. So we're just seeing people win more and more often.
Yeah, there's definitely more demand for content now too.
Almost more demand. There's just more.
Yeah.
Like you can get it. Everybody has one of these. So
there's definitely a higher amount of consumption. Everyone is consuming stuff so quickly that it's just like, give us more.
But as like just to like not to be completely like I don't think unlike Island Boys, I actually do listen to this song in one specific area. And for those of you at home, I highly recommend running to Gucci flip flops. Dude, because it's like it's on my like.
Oh, does it have like a nice beat for it?
It has a good pace for it, and so like when it comes on, like when I'm running, because it's on my playlist, I was Gucci flip flops.
Nice. Yeah, we love that.
Anyways,
like. Well, and with Daniel, I don't want to be coming across like I'm shitting on any of these people.
You
like
are.
I said, no. Like I think Daniel Bergoli ended up being actually like not bad, you know, like her music was never like, oh my God, can you believe this? Because this is, you know, this is the other part of it too, is there's this thing where it's like anyone who gets famous in any sort of medium, it seems like now the default, especially if it's like a social media person, like an influencer, like a TikTok or whatever, it seems like the default now is like these managers that want them to do everything now. It's like, you got to be in a movie, you got to be in a Netflix show, you got to do music. And then you get these situations like, there was I didn't watch this, but I saw a bunch of clips of it. But like there was like the D'Amelio, is that their name? Yeah, the
Do you have to take a pause here?
We have to take a pause. Okay, well I'm gonna continue this thought as soon as we get back, you guys. As soon as
See you in a sec.
Okay, so anyways, the D'Amelios. There was like this. I don't actually know where it was, but there was a documentary, and I saw these clips from it because a lot of people were talking about it online. And there's this whole thing where like she was like really upset and stressed over, I think, like releasing one of her songs. Also, she got some bad songs. Like, I'll just be honest. The Dixie. I think it's Dixie. Dixie's the older one?
Yeah. Yeah, Dixie's the older one.
So she had that song that was like, well, how does it go? One day, I was really, 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 really sad. It's just like, okay, so you got this situation where
one day I was sad.
Yeah, and it's like, and
that's
like
how the song goes.
Yeah, and it's like it's like the YouTuber and like online influencer thing to do, where it's like they start making music. No offense here, it's trash. Like, it's really not good music. You can tell when these people don't have like, I'm not gonna say musical talent. They maybe have talent. They have no musical experience at all, but then they're pushed into making songs that are going to get hit by like literally like 50 million people are going to listen to it.
Yeah.
Like that's like, so it's like, imagine like you tomorrow, you're like, okay, you have to be a painter now, Anthony.
Okay.
You have to paint a picture.
Done.
But you're displaying the painting at a high stakes.
I'll do it.
All right.
I'll do whatever.
You're just going to paint, and it's a high stakes, high roller. All the best professional artists in the world you're gonna get put up beside them.
If Lucy can be famous, I can be famous.
Who's Lucy?
Are you from here?
Lucy the elephant?
Lucy the elephant.
Oh. Isn't that sort of sad, though?
Didn't she pass?
Yeah. Well, and she was horribly miserable being an elephant in a zoo.
Yes, but okay, just let me make the joke. God damn.
Well, what's the joke?
That she was
If Lucy
famous.
could be famous, a dumb elephant that was like depressed and shit, if she can be famous, then so can I.
Aren't all artists a little bit depressed, though? Isn't that where it
Lucy's
comes
an
from?
artist?
She was an artist. She was a painter. She painted. That was the whole
Oh,
thing.
I
That's
see.
what I'm saying.
I got it now. Didn't know she painted.
Did you know she painted? That was like
I
the
didn't know
whole
all
thing.
elephants paint. Is that a thing that all elephants in captivity do? Is they all get taught to paint?
I don't think they all do, but ours
She
did.
could.
Is the point. That's
Got
what
it.
I'm making.
Got
I
it.
made a reference specifically
Got
I
it.
was hoping you would get, and it went like this.
Yeah, I kind of ruined the reference, if you will. That's
Yeah.
sort of our thing, you know. You prop something up, and I'm sort of a no and kind of guy. Or
Exactly.
I'm not much of a yes and guy. I'm more of a no but guy.
Exactly.
A no but. I have no but.
No buts.
Okay.
So stupid.
Anyways. To circle back.
I definitely get what you're saying, but I do think a piece of it is like
you put out music, you know everyone's gonna see it, and it can't be good because you're not experiencing it. It doesn't matter how much money,
Well,
you
that's
have
not
tons of money
true.
behind. Like it's unlikely that it's gonna be good. Because think about like the average person just isn't gonna be that good at music, like me. That's why I'm actually normal.
I was actually going to ask this though because you know talk about influencers and how they try to do all these different avenues, and it kind of seems like these two guys with a podcast who also make videos on the side and do some that. It kind of seems like that might be the realm where we one day get. So you're going to sit here and tell me that if and
you think
when
we're gonna be doing music one day if we pop?
Have we not already had this discussion?
Yeah, but different. We've been talking about comedy music.
Is that not music?
I understand.
Is that not music, sir?
Okay, well, here's what the meaningful difference. We would be home brewing some comedy music.
Yes.
What I'm talking about is like this is literally her like crying right now.
Yeah, do you want me to
And
play this
stressed out.
video?
I don't think we need to play it necessarily.
Wait, what?
Yeah, maybe we can watch.
What
maybe
is
we can
this?
watch. Yeah, let's
I have
watch a
not
little bit
seen
of it.
this.
So basically, like, I guess like the main
I have
before
to
we
put
play
the
it. Here's
thing
one
on
sec.
anyway, yeah.
What is?
But the
what is
main
this
point of it
little
is
blurb here. Sorry.
it's just about like her mental health issues and stuff. But basically, like my understanding of it is like she's getting pushed to do all these things because she's a big icon now that they need to make money off of. She's a brand, you know. It's like, oh, you're a brand now. You get to just make money, but also you have to do all this stuff, and you have to. It's like a bunch of opportunities that would be really hard to turn down. It's like, oh, if you have a studio gig to like make a crazy song that's gonna get like 100 million hits,
Yeah.
you can't really say no to something like that. You know, especially if your like intention is to continue on your social media career. She makes a song, gets made fun of a ton. Is probably like not confident in herself to begin with. There's clips of her in the studio while it's really sad because she's in the studio and they've got cameras shoved in her face for this documentary. She's super embarrassed about her singing voice because, no offense, her singing voice isn't that great.
Damn.
And it's like she has to do this. Like she has to like, have all this stuff like out there in the open. And it's like she knows she's gonna get ridiculed for it because she's been online and has a lot of ridicule, and it causes her a lot of stress. Don't really care about the D'Amelios. I don't think they have it too rough.
Well, she's a very good actress, though, and
she's not.
It's all,
she's also not a very good actress.
And it's all a meme. It's all a meme
because
there's also some people who put out music who already have very large platforms, who are somewhat of Renaissance men, as you may say, who then become memes. And I'm saying, what if this is very much the kind of situation where it's like, for example, think about the fucking like rock song, "Oh, thanks drive, thanks power." That song.
That's another one to talk about.
That's another one to talk about.
Rock starting his rap career.
Very, very much in the same vein. Different though, because I don't know. It feels different because he's more established in multiple areas. Like, he was a wrestler first, became a very good wrestler, then went the acting route.
Yeah, but the rap isn't good.
Maybe it'll get good.
Is he a good actor? I don't know. That's a whole nother question.
He didn't start as a good actor, dude. Like,
he's the most paid actor, but is he a good actor?
I think he got better, but it's like if you look at his first,
he plays The Rock always. He is literally The Rock in every movie.
Okay. What's your issue with that, man? Just a strong,
does that make
man.
Does that make you a good actor? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but how can you say that's a good actor then? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't a good actor be like someone who's got range to play a bunch of different characters as opposed to just being the character that they want in the movie?
So everybody has to be Daniel Day-Lewis for this guy. If you're not Daniel Day-Lewis, then you're a shit actor.
I want to say that I had no idea that song was The Rock until literally right now.
Really?
Can you sing it for us? Sing it for us. I did the
pull the lyrics and I'll do it.
Okay,
and we got drive and we got power.
Okay, what is the song called? Wait.
I think when you hit it, you also have to flex your whole torso.
For sure.
Drive. You got power.
Yeah, there's no other way.
Take what's ours.
Where's his verse?
It's Hold like on. At the very end here. Past Joey Too Cool. Past Chris Calico.
All right.
Big Tech 9 guy.
All right.
Past them again.
Holy crap.
Okay. Up.
There we go. It's about drive.
It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour. Put in the work. Put in the hours. We take what's ours. Like it's a moment in my veins. My culture banging was strange. I changed the game. So what's my motherfucking name?
Rock.
Bang. There. That's
all right. Pretty good.
I got so hot just doing that little thing.
That is I mean, like, yeah. I just don't really know if.
Why is he yelling to the mic? That's
there's nothing
like Rock. Like, why are you trying to fucking crush this like mic like with your vocal cords, brother, man? Like, you don't have to fucking be so aggressive all the time. And you can just flow with the beat a little bit. You gotta fuck.
He's very stiff.
It's about drive. It's about power.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I guess my question would be like, how do you feel about Well, you know what? Let's do the D'Amelio thing.
What?
Whatever.
You can't just fucking honey dick me there with that question.
I lost my train of thought and I didn't want to say anything about it.
Oh, it's embarrassing. I should have just let you. You know,
I guess it's like, how do you feel about? Because I don't think it's very good. I think like it became a big meme because it's also, once again, it's pretty funny. It's just like, it's comedy. It's like, this is hilarious that The Rock is like in a big Tech 9 song and is, saying these pretty like. How would you describe these lyrics? It's
grind set.
It's like
grind set in its purest form.
But it's like, what's that one song from back in the day? It's like Remember the Name. Remember, it's like I wish I could.
Oh my god, what is it?
It's the one that's like 10% power.
Yeah,
it's something like I can't fucking remember.
Oh, it's a classic football pump up song.
An 100% reason to remember the name. It's exactly like that. Like it's the exact same vibe.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like that's such a dated vibe now for the music. But anyways, okay, let's see some of this clip. I just wanted you to see if
it's only 2 minutes long. So
she breaks down crying. Once again, I don't feel. I feel bad and I don't for the like they obviously are very well off. Pretty sure they could just quit. Both of the D'Amelios could just quit and have a lot of money and retire.
I think so.
But this is still sad.
It just makes me feel like I don't deserve anything, and
I'm so uncomfortable watching this.
Like, I'm trying to do everything I can to better myself, and it just gets worse.
This is getting fucking real o'clock.
I know. So like this is like that's like it is hard to watch because it sucks. She's literally like acknowledging the fact that, and this is kind of
the D'Amelio show. What is this? The fucking like Keep Up with Kardashians type shit.
Like that, exactly like that. Yeah. So like they're
it looks so much more real,
and they're just getting it's just like full on exploited from every angle. You know,
I don't like that.
I've such a like a really I have really like two-sided thing with it because like at the end of the day it's like they're TikTokers. They didn't like have that much going on, that, and they got extremely famous and wealthy from it
overnight.
And then it's like all this stuff is now in their lap, which it's not really their fault. You know, like that all this stuff is given to them, and now it's like she's in a position where she literally is saying that she feels like she doesn't deserve everything she has, and she's like recognizing how overblown it is, and like that's just like such a. There's something like really like sad. Like imagine like you just got successful, but you just like completely disagreed with the fact that you had as much as you had because you're like so critical of what you're doing, or like you're being like made fun of for what you're doing.
Well, and you probably just like have so much pressure to like feel like you need to do a good job, and like if she recognizes that she's like not really that good at singing, and it's like, well, what do I do to get how can I get better, and like when I'm constantly having to be filmed, like literally everything I do is being filmed. I don't know.
It is fucked up, like the way that it goes now. If you go viral at all, thank you.
Got you.
Thanks. Okay, I'm good.
Those two.
Oh, that's good. You shifted it around for me. It's like there's this whole thing where it's like like you go viral, and I think like I feel like in a weird way, you know, we're doing a show because we do also not only do we want to.
Sorry, is this still going?
Yep. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I just move. You'll see it turn white or something if it stops.
Okay.
But I mean, we're doing a show for the intent of keeping people entertained. You know, we want to make the people laugh at home, but we also have intent to like grow the show and build an audience and stuff. I guess it's just like it's just weird that like.
Sorry, you want to turn off your fucking ringer, please?
That was not mine.
That wasn't mine.
Say that to her face.
That wasn't mine.
No,
that wasn't mine.
Because it didn't do anything. It was definitely you, sir. Okay, because we're trying to record a show here.
It's not mine.
We're trying to do premium content. We're trying to do premium content.
Oh.
It's the iPad.
I'm blaming you.
Stop
still.
getting mad at me. You're gonna blame me still? It wasn't me. I never have my ringer on. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, like we're trying. Like obviously, like we want to go somewhere with this. You know, I understand that mentality for people, but it just seems like the way it goes is more likely like. Everyone kind of just does it and has a slow kind of gradual climb upwards. If you're making stuff that's good and it's like deserving to expand, it will, you know, just very slowly. Mm-hmm. And then there's like this small category of people that just like one thing
skyrocket to the top.
One thing, just one little thing that hits and goes viral, and then they just get scooped up and just forced into this crazy thing. Like, I don't know if it'd be that sick. I obviously want us to get to a point where we're big and we have all this success, but I'm like, I don't know if it would be like a good thing for it to happen in this way.
That's literally what I was
would be
say.
afraid of that happening and that's like just this whole idea of like, what do you do when all these opportunities are like forced upon you, and you feel like an idiot if you don't take them
because it's like almost free money.
Well, it's an opportunity that there's people like literally putting blood, sweat, and tears into trying to have an access to. If you were to just be like, no, I don't want it. Like it feels like you'd be like just spitting in the face of everyone who's gunning for it. It's 100%. Like you're not appreciating. Like I don't know. I feel like it's all messed up. I don't know. It's gotten messed up online. I wish it was like old school days where it's like everyone was like on their own and you just get a gradual climb and you know that's how it goes. But I don't know. It's all about finding that viral hit. Get that viral hit and go from there. What are we gonna do to go viral, huh? What's it gonna be? You're gonna become TikTok famous.
I would love to get TikTok. I don't know if I'd love to get TikTok famous, but I wouldn't mind it. You know, there's definitely some good content on there, and I'm always like. And like that's like, you know, like if you are gonna go viral, it's gonna be on TikTok or Instagram, something like that. Not that I have any experience with that kind of stuff, but you know,
it seems like the legacy platforms are getting like worse for trying to like. I feel like, well, I don't want to get into it, but it just seems like on YouTube.
Wait till the metaverse, buddy. Wait till we get to the metaverse.
You know what? Let's go into the metaverse right now.
I'm killing these segues, by the way. I'm actually rocking these.
So we obviously. I mean, that was a little over the place, but I think you get the point. It's just like, you know.
The only point I was going to say
Island Boys
on that
are
whole
next.
thing. The only thing I was going to say on the whole thing is, kind of Craig already said it because he went off. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it does make me kind of appreciate that the whole fucking grind to the top mentality. You know, and also, speaking strictly from a literature motivation standpoint, if your only motivation is the external, the fucking carrot at the end of the stick, as it were, you know, that's not really a long-term way to kind of keep pushing yourself forward. But you know, when you're doing something because you genuinely enjoy, as I hope you enjoyed, you know, talking into mics with me here.
That's the only reason I do this.
Oh, thank you. You know, it makes it so that like you're like, I want to put up better content. Like I want to be funnier. You know what I mean? Like I want to have more of a heat time, and then that hopefully people like vibe with that, and then that pushes your fucking grind to the top. And then when you get there, it's like, God damn, The 17's been here the whole fucking time, and we fucking love you for it.
You preach that, you know? Yeah,
exactly.
we preach that. No,
also,
fair enough.
Also, I've heard there are people who fucking vibe with the 17.
A lot of people have been saying that they've.
So many told me that. So many.
Been,
like literally everyone has told me that they
makes them feel they're special. Because they are. Because they're special. They're special to us.
Yeah. The metaverse, Craig. Why don't you teach me something else here today?
Yeah, I feel like I was like almost about to continue talking about what we're talking about, but I feel like we're beating a dead horse.
No, yeah, that's why I said like it's the last thing.
Yeah,
on to the next now.
But to add one last thing, because I get the last things.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
What are you gonna say?
The metaverse.
Oh,
the metaverse. Well, more so meta in general. So Facebook has done a rebrand. When I say Facebook, I mean
Zuckerberg.
Nerd, yeah, Zucker nerd is doing this whole thing, leading the charge, turning Facebook into Meta.
How are we up for time, Chief?
Meta.
We have 15 minutes.
Wow.
And Meta is just going to be, I'm assuming it's just Facebook, but then they're kind of looking to branch out into a bunch of
It seems like it's a lot more than just Facebook.
Yeah, so they've introduced this whole thing of the Metaverse, which is sort of like the next step in sort of virtual reality, but more so not so much in a video game standpoint, but in sort of like the Second Life type, Second Life?
Augmented reality and that type of thing, but also
it actually is virtual reality. Like, I guess it's somewhat augmented because there's like they've talked about doing a layout of your house basically where you can have like a virtual version of your house and like walk around in it.
Why would you want that?
Just in case you're too tired to walk around your normal house.
If I want a virtual house, I want to live at Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Exactly. Why choose your own house?
Like, I already live there.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Just upgrade.
This is very creepy to me.
Why?
Oh, I guess I should have my camera on.
What part specifically is creepy to you?
Like, just it's way too fake. Like, it's just
future-y. Like, it's like the dystopian.
It's super dystopian. It's like you can just we're getting to the point where you can just escape into your computer and you're not gonna have to ever leave your house for anything. And people are gonna not want to leave their house.
But here's I feel like this is like the first step, right, in that direction. Like this is like sort of like the first thing that's like, just normal virtual reality or whatever. But it's not going to be good. Like, that's the problem. And just in case, I don't know if we're explaining this well enough, but basically, like, what they want to do is just start this whole, like, you put on a VR headset, and now you're in a room with other people that have, like, created their own avatars, and you just interact and do life shit. You're not, like, you're going to be chatting and hanging out in these virtual spaces as opposed to, like, playing some sort of
That's so
VR
odd.
game.
I don't like it.
But we knew it was going to go here. Like, there's obviously been talked about this forever. But it's like, when this first comes out, I don't think it's going to, like, be, like... I just don't think it's going to be really big until it's like a little bit more useful and entertaining and interesting. Because right now it sounds like
and more stuff.
It's like, why would I want to go hang out in this shitty low 2-pixel fucking virtual reality instead of just hanging out with my friends in person? There's not really a reason to. Why would I want to do a virtual meetup while we have like weird avatars instead of just a normal Zoom call? Like, there's not really. I don't really see a particular reason to want to do it.
No, but like that,
we believe.
No, but like that opinion is going to become a boomer opinion. Also,
I know.
Also, co-fact or co-prediction.
Yeah, co-prediction. All right, we'll work those in. Yeah,
our generation will also be called boomers, tech boomers. But
like, you think we're already heading there? We're fast tracking there. I'm already feeling old.
But what I'm saying, well, because like that's because the as our growth has always been exponential, the internet age has made it that much more. But I'm saying like that opinion, because we didn't always grow up with phones and social media. Like we were probably one of the last few generations that didn't like always have that shit from like, because like I know my siblings who like we were like my own siblings, had like the fucking iPads and that and like
I think we talked about right? Didn't we talk about this on the very first episode?
Maybe
like
not,
we were on that cusp. We were like on that literally on the cusp of right before what I would consider everything kind of went, and this is maybe a boomer take, but like everything at some point in that like 2013, 20 to 15 kind of area went a little crazy on social media, like where everything changed. Once like the algorithms really kind of settled in, they figured out that's how they were going to make this stuff work.
Yeah.
Everything just changed. Because I remember Instagram came out when we were in junior high, and it was pretty much just like everyone share photos.
That's it.
Like Facebook,
it was
just photos. and it was just like it was a cool new way to just do social media, and everyone was just posting random shit.
Yep.
And that's like as soon as algorithms started, it's just like then you see all the weird
now
behavior
there's
start.
Live,
And
just
just
like DMs now. And there's reels, and it's like
and there's like best practices. Like this is how you grow your account, and like it's all this like weird shit where it's like totally gamified, and everyone has to like follow these rules, and it's not really just like post freely and share stuff.
Which is what it used to be. Like used to be this pure space or whatever, where like. Yeah, like even like Snapchat, like all these apps now that are like everywhere, and these might even be fucking boomer apps that I'm fucking dropping. I don't know.
Snapchat should probably get shut down, if I'm being honest.
Well, that's not gonna do it. Fair. But yeah, but it's like I feel like the take of like, oh, like this is fucking so weird and too pixel. Like why wouldn't I just go to the park like with my friends? That's gonna be from this point on a boomer take.
Yeah.
Because like.
Fair enough.
Because like
you think from the at some point that point is coming up
exactly because it's like why
and that's what you're saying is creepy essentially
100% because like we're saying why wouldn't I go hang out with my friends and they'd be like why would I leave my house when I can just stay in my room like
it's like the episode of SpongeBob
it's like,
right?
like that's like
indoors. You know that one?
I don't remember that one actually.
Well, you didn't even commend me on my musical. You don't know
I
that one?
I
don't know that one either.
You guys got to be kidding me.
Which one is
it? Are you guys
it?
not SpongeBob? It's the one where he's like I think he gets like hurt somehow. Does he like break his ass or something? He gets hurt, so he gets like really scared of going outside. He being SpongeBob.
I don't remember.
And then he like hangs out with like a little penny, and then like the used napkin. Remember he hangs out with?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he makes all those friends. And he's like
vaguely
the beautiful indoors or whatever.
Hang on. I need
Send
to
it.
switch.
Yeah, this is good.
Switch the screen.
Remember when there was a whole thing about
I'm getting so good at
SpongeBob like coming up, people getting mad about a cartoon character?
Yeah, because why were they mad about it?
Because SpongeBob like came out as being gay. People were like, "What the fuck?"
Wait, what? SpongeBob is gay?
Yeah, this is like years old news now.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know that either.
But like there was like
that seems like a weird thing to just add retroactively though. Like, was that always established? I never
I think
that.
it was established, but I think
it was just like the writers are just like, yeah, he's actually gay.
Yeah. Like
Nice.
basically, and there was like a whole thing on Nick about it.
People get upset about that.
Co-fact, but yeah,
Man, people
got pretty upset.
Get so mad over the dumbest shit.
That's
like,
what I'm
imagine
saying.
getting foamed up. It's like, no, my entire childhood, I knew in my mind he wasn't gay. You can't take that away from me. That changes everything for me. It's like, well, why?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not homophobic. I don't know. It's like, just shut up about stuff, man. Holy crap.
Staying indoors. I know of a place where you never get high.
You heard that shit. I don't even lie.
Magical place with magical charms. Indoors, indoors, indoors. Take it away.
See? Not bad.
That's the best Craig music
really good.
we've ever had on this show.
Wow. Thank you, guys. I needed this.
The best
I really needed this.
musical thing I've ever heard from you ever.
Fair enough.
It
That's
was.
actually my most practiced song, if I'm being honest.
That's why you wanted to bring up Facebook and the Metaverse, because you knew you were going to
knew.
eventually segue
Exactly.
into SpongeBob and Indoors.
I had my eyes set on
the
it
whole
the
time.
whole time.
You're
It was
like,
all
you're
big
like, you're like
flex.
Facebook,
All a big
Metaverse,
flex.
VR, Indoors, SpongeBob.
Bob episode. Me sing the
I can
SpongeBob
sing.
episode. Yeah, that's
Slide it right in there.
You read me like an open book, sir.
I'm in your
and I
head
love you for it.
rent free,
Yeah.
sir. Right
Hell
there.
yeah. So with the Meta thing, I mean, so like this big rebrand, who cares? Mark Zuckerberg is posting a bunch of weird videos. That guy needs to get a spokesperson that just does his stuff for him, because my God, he is such a, like a robotic lizard, such like a little. He's literally just like a little robotic lizard creature who can't function normally. They stage everything. It's all so weird. Every single time he does anything, people are clowning on him. Remember when he was doing like the, "Hi, I'm here just smoking some meats," and he's like sitting in his backyard with his meat smoker in the backyard. He literally can't communicate like a human being, so he's just like a little robot. Everyone clowns on him every time. Hire someone to be the Facebook face.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't need to be you, Mark.
Totally.
Question for you two. Kind of a pondering thought that I just had, because I wasn't listening to what Craig said, because I was like, ooh, it's a good question. You know, there's been a lot of, because like you said, it's creepy and it feels like we're going towards a no return. Of all the film, TV, whatever, the depictions of this dystopian future where like VR and that kind of shit, which one do you think is most like either A, most like where we're heading, or B, you're most fearful that we're gonna head in like that direction. Because for me, so I guess what I'm saying is, my example is my fear and worry that with the direction we're heading is the fucking Wall-E universe, where everybody's just sitting in chairs, and it's like everything's like boop, and then a fucking soda comes up, or boop, a burger. It's like you don't even have to move from your fucking chair, and that's kind of like what like Amazon is kind of all about, like coming right to your doorstep. It's like
there's a lot. There's a lot that actually points towards. Wall-E's actually a really good example of like a hypothetical dystopia. My best guess would be that we probably haven't like really put our thumbs down on it in terms of like what's already been put out there in terms of science fiction and media and stuff. Like I think that the barrier is probably that we don't fully know what's actually gonna be possible with this stuff. Because like with
here
VR,
we go.
If
Zero fun Craig just doesn't want to answer my question.
I was gonna say my answer isn't fun. Well, here's what I'll say. Like what I actually think it would be. I guess it hinges on the fact, like, do we get to a point where when you're in VR, is it like sensation and stuff tied into it? If we get to that point,
you tell me. I don't know.
If I'm being honest, if we get to that point, it's gonna be like the short film that I saw. I think I've told you about before. I think it was in the last episode we talked about it.
The Korean one you're talking about?
It wasn't a Korean one. There's a short film online that was like it's like a mockumentary, like it's a fake documentary. It's not a comedy though. It's like this camera crew goes inside this building that's like meant to be like a drug house. A big like just like a horrible like drug house. They go inside. It's not people doing drugs. It's people plugging into like VR who are just morbidly addicted to like
I feel like I may have seen that one too.
They're so morbidly addicted to their like other life online that they've essentially abandoned everything in their real life to do it. And it's like this big conflict in society where more and more people are kind of falling to it. Where it's like anyone who goes too deep in it, as soon as you like recognize that your online life is better, you just avoid your own life.
Kind of like Inception, because there's literally that scene in Inception where everybody was just like always in their fucking
dream state.
In their dream state because
it's
it was
exactly
so
like that. I forgot about that scene, but that is exactly spot on. It's like yeah. I think like the concern is rule two. The concern that I have is, and what makes me worried is that there's obviously a lot of people these days that aren't super happy with where their lives are at. And depending on how capable these things are of providing a better alternative, it's gonna be a really like I personally don't know if I would feel as much as I'd love to indulge and like I'd love to go just be Naruto for a little bit and learn some jutsus and do some cool missions with my friends.
I just want to pull.
That sounds fucking awesome.
I just want to pull trees out of the ground. We've been through this before in a previous episode. One-handed pulling trees
tree poles,
out of ground. That's all I literally want to do in life.
So I mean, like, there's
obviously
cool stuff, but like, as soon as you get into the realm of like, well, like, how is it gonna work in terms of like, how much can you spend time on here? Like, what, like, it's gonna get messed up. If it gets good enough, it'll just get messed up because, we know people don't have self-control. It's not like a drug. It's not like gonna be something that's like gonna be made illegal. How can you make something like that illegal? It won't make sense. Yeah, it's gonna be a very complicated thing. So sorry, that's my very not fun answer.
No. I honestly, you got there. No, it's fine.
I think like that. What I described in that short film, I think is exactly what we would see happening. Is like just like areas where it's like people have just gone just like so deep on that and don't have anything else, and they're neglecting everything else. They just congregate in big areas, and we just see people dropping out of society. Just like to pursue that, just
like black market little like just like dens where like just like almost like poker dens or like swinger whatever taboo dens fucking exist in society. Those for like this thing.
Here's something really interesting about this, so that might actually.
I was curious about Chief's opinion, but like whatever, fuck her, I guess.
You go.
You fucking misogynistic piece of shit.
As if.
I think you guys kind of gave the two best ones already. I don't think I have like obviously I think worst case scenario would be like a Matrix type scenario.
Interesting. Yeah. Full sim.
Damn.
Yeah, like I don't know if it would actually ever get there. There's no way to know, but I think that something that could and probably will happen is like the episode of Black Mirror where they have the robotic eyes where they can like replay the situations and stuff like that, and I feel like that is so dangerous because it's like all those things you're like you already rethink stuff you do in the shower. You're like, oh, I should have said this in this situation or whatever. That's just gonna get like so much worse if you can actually watch it over again. You're like just so insecure about everything that you said, and if you made a situation awkward or anything
and
like
just
that.
like really like dig your heels on. I'm like, oh, I was right on this point because when I watch it back on the tape, I knew it.
Totally,
I was right. Blah 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 or whatever.
There's really no way to there's really no way to grapple with where technology is heading because it's like one we don't really like we've seen all these like depictions in science fiction and in media where it's like this is what it's gonna look like, and some of it has been like kind of right, a lot of it hasn't. It's gonna be really I don't know. It's gonna be scary to see because things are accelerating. You're totally right. The things are going real fast.
We're also
at time.
Yeah.
Okay, starting to do one more recording. Let's do this, and then let's hit. I want to hear that pin.
Metaverse stuff. So we can,
there's a few more things that I did touch on. Okay, what's that pin? You had a pin for us.
I had a pin, yes, because you mentioned a mockumentary. A little mockumentary. I got a little notification either today or yesterday. Shout out to Despooked because this was a year. I think it was today, a year ago today that we fucking recorded that.
Really? That we started? Oh wow! Yeah. So it was like literally a full year in the making, pretty much. We released it a couple months ago now. So 10 months.
Last month, wasn't it
10
October?
months in the making.
You released it.
It was the start of October. Yeah.
Anyways, so people liked it. I just want to say that because we said the word mockumentary. I was minded.
We need to start doing more stuff like that,
dude. We should start writing episode 2.
I agree.
And if any of the people who were involved in episode 1 are watching, shout out to you because it was a year ago today that we were doing shit.
Happy anniversary!
Stay tuned for when we start planning episode 2. It's gonna be hilarious. Anyways,
well, okay. So just to wrap up the whole metaverse thing, I don't know, the whole Facebook thing. Everything has been crazy with social media. Is only gonna get crazier from here. We got to find a way to survive with this stuff because it's not going away. There was a whole thing. I mean, you guys see like the whole leak too that came out of Facebook where there was research done internally in Facebook about Instagram where they found that like they just basically were able to prove that it was severely damaging, particularly young women, like their mental health. Just seeing so many attractive people. It's the same thing. Like this is what I keep. I don't want to be repeating myself on the podcast, but I remember saying this like. When we were young, do you remember that was like the really big conversation about how, and you'll remember too, like how it was like just beauty standards for women in ads was really poor, right? It was like really bad for young girls because like it was all models, like super slim, attractive models, all this stuff. We don't even like hardly talk about that anymore because obviously it's branched out into way more variety models and stuff, which is great. But like the problem I see is like now. All of those same insecurities can just be found on Instagram on your normal timeline. Just like even your friends, like everyone looks like it's like everyone is designed to look attractive now online. Yeah. So it's like it's not at all surprising that this information came out. No. It's even less surprising that they just decided to not do anything with it. They were just like, fuck it, we'll just keep it going.
I'm in no way surprised that it especially affected young girls, and I'd love to hear cheapsteak after this. So I'm not passing it back to you after this. I'm passing it back to her. But
fair enough.
A cheapsteak, but just like in general, kind of as you're saying, like because there's also the aspect of like, well, who doesn't want to put their best foot forward, like online? Because it's like
you should want to look your best online, but because it comes at cost too.
Because it's not just because it's not like it's just. Because all these worlds are starting to overlap of work, school, life, whatever. It's not just social media. It's also like if I go to a job interview, the first thing they do when I walk out is they're going to go find me on Instagram, or like if I go on a date, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go right. Yeah. And so it's like it's not like you're just putting it out for your friends and peers.
It's way too integrated into life.
It's just like life now is like let me go find you online and see what you put out there.
Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that whole situation? Yeah. Did you deal with insecurity like growing up on social media, do you think?
Yeah. From it? Honestly, not growing up, really. I got Instagram like quite late and like Facebook like quite late compared to everyone else. Like my mom like wouldn't let me have any social media or anything like that, which actually I think was a good thing.
In hindsight, a good call.
Yeah. So I didn't really struggle with like insecurities growing up, but as I've gotten older, I've found it more prominent in my life, feeling like the insecurities from social media. Like mostly it's like you see people with like perfect skin and like all this kind of stuff, or like just they're like, oh, like this person is just always doing all this fun, cool stuff. And
that's the one for me that will always get me. I'm just
people
like,
doing fun shit.
I'm just like, man, am I just this broke bitch? Which I am.
But that's so weird.
But like, also like, damn, like it's like it seems like people are just always traveling, having a good time. I'm like, but god damn, I wish.
There's always like this is the thing. Like it's been brought up time and time again how this stuff is like extremely fake. Like if you peel back the curtain at all, it's all just like one layer deep.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is like you just make it look. It's like. You feel insecure, or I feel insecure about it for like a moment, and then I do have to like, you just have to remember like, okay, well, I can post a video or a picture of myself like completely bare face, like no makeup, anything, and I can put on a filter that makes it look like I've spent hours doing my makeup. Or like, I think it's just like if you actually take a step back and remember that it's all fabricated and like.
Yeah, I guess it's like just like how do you develop? It's a weird thing to have to develop this skill where you can't take what you see online at face value. It's like it's something that's like everyone acknowledges it, but then it's like we all forget at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry for our audios. Listen, I love where we're going here, and I agree. It's probably gonna get worse with augmented reality, but with this point, this is the bamboo gavel.
Okay,
we're getting a little too deep into fucking rule 2.
Oh yeah,
so we gotta find a way to transition back to.
Okay, well here's the hee time,
because while this is quite important of a topic to talk about, and I love it, I love our conversation, but. Rule number 1.
Hee time.
Here, I'm here to hold us accountable.
Yeah, the bamboo gavel. That's what it's good for now that it's empty.
Oh, I guess you guys missed that we finished the bamboo on episode 13A.
I've never had a shot of bamboo.
Well,
I will bring
we'll get you on the next one.
The bottle.
I have a bottle of mezcal that we'll have to do next.
No,
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Definitely not.
All right. Anyways, so to wrap up the metaverse stuff, we live in crazy times for so many reasons, and social media is just another one of those reasons. And it's kind of, I'm like excited and scared at the same time. It's like, where are we gonna go with this? Hopefully, it just all fails.
Man, I just really can't wait to just like drop off the grid and just really become one with nature and not be on any of these social medias because it's like.
But wouldn't it be sick if everyone just did that? If that just happened, like just naturally society decided that like, we don't need the social medias anymore? Like, would it be better? Do you think?
It would be good if just like you could do it because I'm doing it at a personal level, and then maybe if all of our homies could do it, we could have a little colony of people that are doing it,
like a cult, like an anti-social media cult is what you're going for.
Yeah, it's like we live in vans and stuff, and like we just go fishing all the time and like hiking, and it's like
connect with nature,
we forage for like mushrooms to eat in the forest and touch grass, and then touch grass in other ways.
What other ways? Okay.
Anyways. Okay, getting off that.
All right, what are we going to now? You guys want to do some hat questions?
I think we're going to hat at the end and do some TikTok.
You want to watch a few?
These are funny, but it's also not really on this. I mean, we can go into hat. What do you Cheap?
You know what?
What do you want?
Because
like you're the Magnum portion of this pod. What do you think? We go to TikTok, or do we go to hat?
Well, I don't know what the TikTok ones were.
Just some funny things that we've enjoyed. Again, similar to with the.
But I guess it does kind of wrap back into the social media stuff though, because
if we're gonna go off social media, then let's do some questions.
Hat.
Yeah, let's do some.
It's been a good.
It's been
let's get wrapped with the hat. We can take those for
exactly. It's been a great conversational ep. I feel like the hat is the way to go. Let's have a hee time with some hat questions.
Who wants to go first? Cheebler.
All right.
I always wonder when we're talking about stuff if it's like, do we need to be like telling people? I feel like we have this very good benefit of we don't really need to be the ones to break stories and explain them well. We can just kind of talk about them, assuming that people already know about them because that's
very fair.
Usually the case,
That's very fair. But it's also like, but it's like, what if somebody didn't know though at the same time and they're on our show?
Maybe we should help. So we should help them learn. So I guess we probably need to get better.
I feel like a general synopsis is needed, but we don't have to go maybe as in depth as we usually do. We're talking a lot about what we talk about.
Yeah.
This is good
content. People love when we do this. It's very meta, if you will.
Yeah, it's an after the show thing.
Meta.
Okay,
you need to take 2-minute break for that one. That was a bad pun. I need you to take and just reflect on that pun you just made. Okay,
2 minutes zipped.
What I pulled was, what's your favorite thing?
That's for sure a you question.
You think I put that in there?
Fuck, that was me.
You put that in, you're gonna try and pin that one on me. What's your favorite thing?
Too clean. I think
a little vague.
That one.
Oh, too clean.
Oh,
I think I was writing that one, and then Craig started the ep as I was writing, and I said, "Fuck it, let's get it in."
What's your favorite thing?
What's your favorite noun?
What's your favorite noun? What's your favorite noun?
What's your favorite thing to clean?
To clean.
Okay.
So the idea is that everyone has some sort of satisfaction of cleaning something. All right. So what do you got? What's your favorite thing to clean?
I wouldn't say that I have I really like cleaning like the oven, or I really like cleaning the fridge or whatever. I think no one likes cleaning, but I think I like just the satisfaction of like being in a clean space. Like I'm one of those people that like I can't focus on anything if my space isn't clean and organized.
Mm-hmm. So what space gives you the highest deliverance of
what's the most dopamine?
Yeah,
I
feel the best about it.
I think either my office upstairs, just because I have like all my plants surrounding me.
Space.
Or it would be like the TV area downstairs. Because it's like, if we're going down there, it's to watch a movie and relax. Yeah. And if it's like messy, I'm like, okay, well, I need to get this all clean before.
Do you find, this is a question for both of you guys, if you go to a space that's comfy, if it was set up if you realize like it was comfy for someone the night before, even if it's you, does it make it less comfy going to it next if it's left in that status?
Yeah.
I
do.
You need the refresh. You need the restart. You're like, no, it was comfy yesterday. It's fucking comfy
Comf
now,
is comf,
baby.
baby.
Let's go. Yeah.
Comf is comf.
Comf is comf.
What are you saying?
Comf is comf.
Comf is comf.
My favorite spot to clean.
I was waiting for you to get out of
I mean, I guess my favorite thing to clean would be like, man, I gotta say, like doing some pressure washing. It's like the old satisfying, get some dirt and grime off a deck or something. Just get the nice sharp lines. That's a good feeling right there.
Nothing better than that one.
But I mean, I guess I don't do that very often. What's my favorite thing to clean?
And also, are you on like? Does the space need to be refreshed for you?
This space?
No, like you just said, like does the space have to be fresh, or if it was comfy the night before?
Yeah, because you got really focused on my whole comf thing.
Yeah,
the whole comf thing. I would say that I like it. I think I do like it better refreshed, but I can listen. Comf is comf.
Comf is comf.
Comf is really comf.
Comf is really comf.
If I gotta get into my comfy spot that's left in a mess, probably still comfy.
Yeah, fair enough. It's like, do you make your bed every day? I try to, but
I try to as well.
You
I'm
do
bad
not
for it.
try.
I'm bad for it. In fact, it's somewhat
You don't
of
try
a.
at
It's
all.
I honestly
Do you
regularly
make bed every day, Cheap?
I leave for work before him every day.
Okay,
On the days that I make the bed, I always go up to her and I'm like, did you see I made the bed? Like, I want some fucking little points for doing it like one time. I'm such a piece of shit. Honestly, I fully acknowledge it, okay?
I did a normal human thing. Look at me.
Yeah, I did like the bare minimum. I'm like, hey, did you notice that I did this? And so she'd be like, yeah, good job. She said it to me like a little kid because that's literally what I am sometimes, apparently.
But it's like, no, it's like, I feel like it's a similar logic as that of like, like your bed's not less comfy because you didn't make the bed the night before, right?
Doesn't change anything. The bed being made, just no one even.
But it feels better getting into
I was gonna say,
it.
granted, I do feel better getting into a made bed.
Totally.
I do.
It's also this weird thing, like no one is going into your room. Like no one sees your bed like that.
Exactly.
Because it's like, why did anyone? It's your bedroom. Like it's a personal, private space. You don't have people checking it out. So it's literally just for you.
But it's like if someone does, like if your door's open, because we talk about the fucking movie room. So if I walk down and I get a little peek, and if I go,
we're losers.
Oh, Craig doesn't make his bed.
Yeah.
Jeez, these guys don't give a fuck.
I'm not so sure about this internet show thing anymore. Now that I know this guy's a slob.
He's a fucking unruly human being. Can't even take care of himself. Anyways,
fair enough.
So comf is comf. That's the first question. Oh wait, shit, I got to answer too.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to clean? I just said pressure washing is my thing.
Oh fuck, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I got two kind of that I'm percolating on. First is the kitchen because
that's a good one.
I mean,
Kitchen's a good one.
you have to clean or cook, in a clean kitchen. Like I want people to like if the kitchen's dirty, like I obviously can't cook in it, but I think everybody here would say they prefer to clean or cook in a clean kitchen.
For sure.
Say that 10 times fast. The other one, which is gross, but again, for me, it's more the satisfaction at the end. It's more the like journey, or the destination, not the fucking journey to get there.
Okay.
Bathroom.
Okay.
I love a good fucking sparkly, clean,
Yeah.
lemony fresh smelling bathroom.
What is it? Tell me, like, there's something about if a bathroom smells good.
Oh yeah.
It's like dude, it's comfort,
Light a little candle, just like
comf.
just like as you're done. It's straight comf.
Yeah.
You can shit in comf.
You're not wrong. I 100% agree. I'm laughing at the comp thing still. I don't know why. It's
It's
funny.
because of your haircut. That's what I think is so funny. It's your hair.
My hair comp. Yes.
You redeemed the pun. You redeemed it.
I did it good that time.
Yeah, give me one of these.
Is this a hot take?
Co-fact. Apparently, when you high five, there's the natural, like having your arms above your head is a dopamine or a positive hormone release. Because
Interesting.
If anything positive happens, one of the first things you do, yeah.
Oh, so just it triggers that response.
It triggers up. So like, so you can manifest it by fucking, or not manifest it. I don't know the right word. Whatever.
We use that word liberally here.
Yeah. So co-fact. If you give people high fives, it gives you better dopamine. So fucking
nice.
Give them
Send
more high
some
fives.
more high fives,
Yeah.
homies. I will say this is just before we move on to the next question, which we should do very soon.
Yes, we should.
I think doing dishes is also good.
Yes.
I enjoy doing dishes.
I hate doing dishes actually, so I disagree.
I don't know why I enjoy it. She doesn't like doing it either. In fact,
I
she
hate
won't do
doing
it.
dishes.
So
Or the trap.
yeah, the trap.
Oh,
is
you guys
okay.
are a perfect
I'm
pairing.
choosing,
She hates dishes.
choosing-
You love dishes.
Match made in heaven.
Peanut butter and jelly. Wash and dry.
Okay, so the next question is. This is an intense one. It's a little bit intense.
That looks like my handwriting.
Would you rather live forever or know the 5 W's of your... Isn't it W's and an H?
Yeah.
We can add the H, but you just
who, what, where, when, why, and how.
Yep.
Of your death. Would you rather know the exact moment, place, time, situation of your death, when it's coming, all that stuff, or be forced to live forever, be like permanently immortal? No tapping out ever.
You start. Because I think it's fair that we start with the person who reads and then go clockwise.
Okay,
That's a new Cove rule. That's not going to be on the board, but new Cove rule.
So I think personally, I don't think I feel like the living forever thing is just such a trap. It's such a bait, into like there's just too much. I don't think living forever would be like healthy for anyone. I don't know if people are capable of doing it. I don't think I'm capable of doing it forever.
Well, nobody's capable, but that's not the question.
So I'm saying I would prefer to. Oh yeah, but knowing that you have to know when you die, that's kind of scary, right?
Know who, what, where, when, why. So who? So unless there's foul play, there really shouldn't be a who. But it's like, so it would be like cancer.
Yeah.
What would also be cancer? When would be the tough one? What? Where?
Basically, knowing when is probably the hardest part out of
also
all that.
Where would suck because like
you can't avoid going to that place. You have
exactly.
to just go to that place. Yeah.
Because
But what if you
imagine,
did though? Like if you knew your exact time and place, like what if you just didn't go to that place at that time?
We are operating like under the rules of like you can't really avoid it. Like
set in stone.
Yeah, like when you die is when you die.
Somehow you end up there.
Exactly.
You have to. I guess I still think I definitely would choose. I'm sorry. Like what?
Figure
I can't cough anymore.
Figure it out, man.
I think I would honestly choose
here.
knowing the who, what, when, where, why, how of my death.
You would choose that?
Yeah, and I think the reason why would be like, I feel like if provided you don't get totally screwed over, it's like, oh, tomorrow on you swallow a piece of a fork and it cuts your throat and you die.
What a terrible way to go.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, well,
is it a plastic or metal fork you swallow?
A metal one.
A piece of a metal fork?
A piece of a metal fork.
What, did you bite through the fork?
Thing that it doesn't ever happen, but it happens.
Happens to you.
You would be in disbelief. Like, well, that doesn't sound real. There's no way I'm gonna as you go for a bite of spaghetti and then you're dead.
Done.
Right? Like
see you never.
I guess the only time it would go bad I think is if you really get shafted in terms of like if you find out that you don't have that long left to live, that would be pretty devastating. Mm-hmm. But it's not like knowing, like if you know it, it's not like that would change it in theory, in this hypothetical, right? It doesn't change it. So knowing it doesn't change it anyways. I guess like I would choose the knowing just so then you could the day of your death, you're like, okay, now I know when to start preparing. I know how to handle this stuff. And also, wouldn't it be kind of sick if you knew the exact time of your death? That would also, by the same token, mean that you can just mess around and do crazy stuff
up until you die.
I know take risks and all that stuff. I know that you wouldn't die to them, so you could really send it, and then you could essentially potentially extract the most amount of value in a shorter, even though it's a shorter period of time than living forever, you're still extracting higher amounts of value because But if you're stuck living forever, you would just constantly put stuff off. You'd be like, I'm never going to do anything because I got all the time in the world to figure this out. You would take things so slow that you might just not never do anything.
But what's wrong with that?
And you get to watch everyone die. You get to watch everyone pass you by. You get to watch potentially the world come to an end, humanity crumble into this horrible, sadistic, sick world that fails and humanity
and then you can save it because you have all the time in the world to think of the solution, plan it. You can spend 2 millennia.
That's some real
scheming.
Death Note brain though, to think that you're capable of doing that.
What's that?
To just think that you're capable of being like the god who saves everything.
I mean, if you're immortal, you kind of are a god.
But you don't get the thing is like
effectively, you are like you could kind of get to the level of power where you are a god.
So what's your answer then? That's
my answer is living.
My answer is be God.
It was supposed to be chi, but whatever. You can just skip that.
You said clockwise.
Clocks go like I'm an idiot.
Yeah, dude. I love when this guy tries to correct me and he looks like an absolute fool. You try and make fool of me, I make fool of you. Make fool of you.
I am fool. Fool I am.
Okay, so what's the answer?
I'm definitely choosing live forever.
Okay,
100%. I don't want to die. What the hell? First of all, I'm already gonna live forever. Till I'm 23, and I'm never gonna die. Obviously,
of the first immortals,
I'm the first immortal. There's no way I'm ever gonna die. Okay, I'm 23. Obviously, I'm living forever.
We love that for you. Manifest that shit.
Manifest it, Crystal. Make me never die.
Okay.
No, but I think living forever. I think you're getting kind of pessimistic, if I'm being honest. You are viewing this from I only have one lifetime to live lens, and so you're like, oh, it'll be so boring. Watch everybody die. Sure, in this lifetime, you watch people die, and it'll be sucky for this first one. Because humans are only supposed to have one lifetime. So, all your loved ones, your family, kids, whatever you have, if you go, you also don't have to go that route, so you don't have to feel that pain. But if you choose to, then that would suck for sure. However, as you're living literally forever, it would be like anything that sucks. You would get used to it.
And you can adapt. Yeah,
and so
I
would go full Omni-Man on that bitch, and I would just keep having different families every century or so. I'd have an 80-year family. I'd have an 80-year family, and I'd bury them all. I'd grieve, even after the first one. Let's say I'm real fucked up after this first one. Let's say I'm real fucked up, right?
Yeah.
And I got to grieve for like 500 years. I can do that if I'm immortal. I can go.
You have time to process no matter what.
As much time as I need.
Yeah,
I
does the trauma of losing a family last 1,000 years? I don't know.
I don't know if it would, but I'm saying if it did for you, if it was that strong of a bond, you could take 1,000 years to grieve.
Yeah.
And it would be a blip in time for you.
Well, no, it would still feel. I guess, yeah.
But I'm saying, like, in the grand scheme, like if we're talking immortal, millions or billions of years, like
billions of years,
immortal, bro. We said immortal.
Fair enough.
We're talking about billions of years. What's 1,000?
Yeah, no, you're
if
right.
I'm a billion
you're
years
not
old.
wrong. Well, yeah, 1,000 is in
Nothing.
fact
It's a blip.
a lot less, according to my calculations, than a billion.
Did you use your calculator to do that math? That a calculator is
in preparation for the show.
So you went 1 billion divided by 1,000, and then the answer came out
1,000.
1,000, and the answer said a lot.
A lot more still. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot lot more still is what came on the
pretty
calculator.
much.
And then you went C, and then you said 8,008 1 3 5.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty good. So you want to live forever? What do you got, Cheeb? What are you choosing between those two?
Yeah. So unfortunately, my answer was pretty much you said my answer already, Craig. I feel like I would want to just know when I die, because then you can just do, like, you wouldn't have to go to work. You wouldn't have to have any responsibilities. When it's like, depending on how far away your death is, like if you find out your death is in like 3 months, like I would just drop everything and I'd be like, okay, I'm going here, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. So then, yeah, like you just have your most quality experiences that fulfill a full lifetime in a shorter amount of time.
Bucket list type vibes.
Bang and response. I love it. Glad we agree.
You can't just pick a response better, because
I think if I'm gonna be totally impartial here and vote unbiased,
I don't think you're being unbiased.
She was way fucking better than you.
I don't think
in her response.
This hurts.
Even in delivery too, not just on principle and like philosophical value.
I'm crying.
But when we're out here waxing philosophical together, she wins.
Okay.
Really, you're that
show
offended by
though.
that. Really,
no, I know. It's just very.
No,
easy
I
to
think
come up.
there's obviously merit to both sides of it. Do we want to do another question, or are we almost out of time? I think we're almost out of time.
We're pretty close to out of time.
Let's wrap up the show.
We can wrap up the show.
It's been a chatty episode.
I mean, we could do a fourth recording.
Too much.
The ever looming fourth fucking recording. We could always do that.
Too much.
Too much.
Always save it for another day.
That's too much sauce.
It's too much sauce. It's been played out. You know what? Good times, you guys.
Hee times.
Good hee times.
Hee times. Check.
Um,
Serious times.
A little check. Small check mark.
Check. Steering clear of rule number of the.
Yeah.
Not gonna say it.
Yeah, don't say it.
Check.
Cove facts.
Check.
We gotta get more Cove facts.
Cove predictions.
Cove predictions is a new one as well.
Check. We didn't get to the TikTok though, and we were gonna shamelessly plug.
You know what?
Our own
we got
TikTok.
Plenty of time to get to all the TikToks.
So I'm gonna shamelessly plug it now.
Plug the TikTok.
Go and follow us on TikTok. Like our shit. Watch it. Comment. Interact. With not only that, but also this show in general. It helps with as we mentioned, the algorithms. We would love to be better on those. And
not to call you out here.
Here we go.
I'm about to call you out.
Here we go.
Been on that Instagram or that TikTok account a little bit. Our feed is a
little dry.
I don't know if dry is. It's pretty one note though, at least for a while.
Oh fuck, dude. No, here's the thing. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I tried. It's hard.
Someone went down the thirst trap.
No, I did not.
No,
I fucking knew it was gonna happen because I thought these, dude.
I know,
because I went back through. I was like, why are there so many fucking? Because
it hasn't been like that lately.
It hasn't, bro. Because like I think just the amount of content I was like, I'm getting so hot right now because I'm getting put on blast. I was not looking at thirst traps on our fucking thing. But what happened was, I think it's just like the other shit that we like. It puts you into the algorithm. I bet you like this shit too, and I was like, I don't want to see this shit. Please move past.
I'm pretty sure the thirst trap stuff is honestly just like a lot of people get pushed towards it. Like, part of the reason it's popular is because people are getting pushed towards it, and like for better or worse, even if you're reacting to it like, oh, this is cringe, it doesn't really matter because people are just interacting with it a lot, no matter what. They're either into it or they're not, and both sides are interacting with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're kind of a fucking
I'm a fucking
there,
creep.
dude.
I'm a fucking creep on there. I'm only looking at thirst traps, nothing else. But yeah, no, I definitely I was like, why the fuck are there so many thirst traps on our feed? Well, it's because when it was up, I was like, not interested.
You corrected the timeline.
It was a lot of not interested though. I'll tell you that. I was like, how many times do I gotta say it? Please.
All right. Well, we're kind of coming off of a weird week, so hopefully you enjoyed our show today. We kind of slapped some stuff together that had been percolating for a little while.
Yeah.
We got obviously when current events. I feel like what I want to do is cover current events mostly. No. I don't even know why I'm saying that. That makes no sense.
We don't.
But I guess what I'm saying is like when weeks are better for things that are happening that are more fun and hee for us to talk about, it's probably going to be easier for us to make content. And then when we don't have stuff like that going on, then we just come on and have a chat about some stuff.
It's fine with me.
I love it.
Yeah, it's about drive. It's about power.
We stay hungry.
We devour.
We do devour.
Yeah.
That's true. That's accurate. Thank you guys for watching.
Welcome back to the code.